Hello, and welcome to the Smeaton House Assembly on Embracing Challenge with me, Frankie.
And me, Ben.
So, embracing challenge. Challenge is something that we've all come across in our lives, and this is how we can embrace it. Why should we embrace challenge? Well, I can think of 5 main reasons. Number 1, identify strengths. So you could find that you're really good at something because you've embraced challenge and put yourself out there, and now you have this wonderful new skill which you can develop, which actually leads me on nicely to point 2, which is develop resilience. So, you found out you're good at this skill. What are you going to do next? Ben, what are you going to do?
Gonna try and get better at it.
Right. You're going to try and develop these skills and develop resilience, which will also help you if you experience setbacks. Number 3, master our emotions. I know there's been times in my life when emotions have got the better of me. You, Ben?
Yeah, that happens to the best of us.
And mastering these emotions is pivotal. So embracing challenge to master our emotions can make us a more level-headed person. Number 4, it can help cultivate leadership. You might find out by challenging yourself and once again putting yourself out there, you're a really brilliant leader, and that can open up loads of possibilities in the future. And number 5, finally, it builds character. By putting yourself out there, you make yourself a better person, and it makes the world a more interesting place.
So I'm going to talk about someone who has embraced challenge in many different ways during their life, and is someone I really look up to, and that is Nimsdai Purja, MBE. So Nimsdai was born in 1983 in Kathmandu, Nepal, to a very poor family. Now, historically, there's been a brigade or a unit of the British Army that has recruited specifically from Nepal, and they are called the Gurkhas. And it was a dream of Nimsdai, like his 3 brothers, to join the Gurkhas. So he did, and in 2003, he joined the Brigade of Gurkhas, which is quite a hard regiment to get into. He spent time with the Gurkhas, and then in 2009, he joined the Elite Special Forces Unit, the SBS. In 2018, he passed up an invitation that he wasn't expecting to join the Special Air Force, or the SAS, instead wanting to pursue his other hobby, which was mountain climbing. Whilst he was still a Gurkha serving in the army, he completed his first major climb, and that was in 2012. In 2016, he climbed Mount Everest, his second 8,000 metre peak, and in 2017, he was part of a team of Gurkhas that were celebrating 200 years of Gurkha service in the British Army, and he led the team climbing Mount Everest. He then wanted to continue his hobby of mountain climbing, so he planned this project called 14-7. It was to climb all of the 14 8,000 metre peaks in 7 months. He wanted to do this, as we've said, to embrace the challenge and to do something he loved. He was the first person to do this, and the last 5 peaks in the Himalayas he completed in 12 days. Furthermore, he was the first person to climb K2, the second highest mountain in the world, in treacherous winter conditions. Nimsdai Purja has written a book called Beyond Possible, and his film is called 14 Peaks, Nothing is Impossible, and that's on Netflix now. And in Nimsdai, we can see many of the attributes that Frankie talked about earlier. He embraced the challenge by training to be a soldier. He embraced the challenge further by joining a very elite unit in the army. And these are all things we can look up to. It's not just about joining the army, it's about embracing the challenge and trying hard to do something he really wanted to do. So as we've seen, Nimsdai Purja displays many of the attributes we've talked about earlier in this presentation. So to go back to the actual question of the presentation, how do we embrace challenge? Well, it's very simple. You've got to go out there and do the thing you were putting off. Might have been for many different reasons. You're worried about doing it, worried you're going to fail, worried you're not going to be good enough. Don't worry about that. Just put yourself out there. And if you do, all of these things that we've talked about will happen.
Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us on our emails. You can find them on the house board, so it's goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.